Hi everybody and welcome back. This is another Ask Diet Nick video, so basically a Q&A video. I got a huge response after my last one, so on social media, and this time I've been super organised, so I've printed out loads of your questions. I've actually got 2 pages worth of all the different ones, so what I might do is split this video up into part A and part B, and I will put in the title what the video will cover, so then you can choose whether or not you want to watch it. So the first lot of questions are from Facebook, and the first question says, do you time your carbs, for example, having them post-workout only, or do you include them with every meal? Me personally, and what I advocate to everyone, is to include slow release carbs at each meal to keep your blood glucose levels, so your blood sugar levels steady, your energy levels steady throughout the day, so that if you do choose to work out, you're ready and you've got the energy, and also to prevent excessive hunger. Slow release carbohydrates include things like basmati rice, oats, granular bread, sweet potato, and a good rule of thumb is to include about 1/3 of your plate with slow release carbs, or say a fist-sized jacket potato. The next question says, what is a good post-workout snack? Post-workout, you want to be replenishing both your energy and protein stores, so having carbohydrates for your energy restores and protein for your muscle repair. A glass of milk is ideal because it combines both protein and carbs, or you could have things like sweet potato with tuna and some salad, or a bowl of porridge because you've got some slow release energy from the oats and then you've got some milk. And what I sometimes like to do is add some Greek yogurt for extra protein, or a scoop of whey protein powder. You don't need protein supplements, however some people do choose to have them just to help them to meet their daily protein needs. The next question says, if you're not hungry, say by lunchtime, is it okay to skip lunch altogether, or should you still eat a little something? Now, to be honest, there's no real hard and fast rules other than the fact that you should be eating regular meals throughout the day to prevent excessive hunger. I do promote basically listening to your body and working out if you're having stomach hunger or head hunger. Head hunger is basically where you feel a bit peckish but you're not really hungry, so you might just be thirsty. Stomach hunger is where you really are craving some food to eat. Now, if say it comes to 12 o'clock and you're not feeling hungry, but you know you've got a work commitment and the next chance you'll have to eat is maybe 3 o'clock, I would promote eating something, even if it's a small snack, just because if your hunger cravings say creeping around 1, 2 o'clock and you're passing a vending machine, you're more than likely going to cave in. So yeah, keep fuel throughout the day, and remember there's no hard and fast rules, but you want to prevent overeating due to over hunger. The next question says, do you have an opinion on being vegan? Do you think it's a suitable lifestyle, and would you ever consider it? I personally, so I'm not vegan, I'm not a vegetarian. 80% of my diet is pretty much plant-based, so it is vegetarian, so my snacks, my breakfast, my lunch, but then I do tend to include meat with my evening meal, both meat and fish. I wouldn't personally follow a vegan diet myself just because I like dairy products and eggs too much. It can benefit some people. You do have to make sure though that you're getting all the nutrients that you need from other sources, so things like calcium, vitamin B12. Asking your doctor to refer you to a dietitian is really useful because they will be able to go through your diet to make sure that it's nutritionally balanced. For me, I just couldn't give up lots of different foods, so I tend to go free range from an animal cruelty point of view, but yeah, being vegan isn't for me. However, I fully support any of you guys who choose to do it. So the next question says, what are macros? I thought I was supposed to count calories, but now I'm supposed to count macros. I think I answered this in my last Q&A. Macronutrients are just basically carbs, protein and fat. A really simple way of thinking about it is basically filling 1/3 of your plate with carbs, 1/3 of your plate with protein, so you've got your potato, you've got some tuna, then some salad. Add on some healthy fats such as some olive oil or chopped avocado in with your salad, and you can't go too far wrong. So the next question says, how can I add more protein into my diet, for example with breakfast, lunch and dinner, as well as snacks? So every time you eat, you want to include some sort of protein. So with breakfast, if I'm having say porridge with milk, I might add some Greek yogurt to it. Lunchtime, you could have some tuna or chicken breasts with some sweet potato and salad. Dinner time, you could have some fish or vegetarian sauces such as beans, pulses, lentils. I've got so many snack ideas on my blog nicksnutrition.com, and I will link them down below. Ideally, I mean, to get enough protein, you should be having around 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight a day. But if, say, you're working out, then your needs might be more, so you might need between 1 and 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Again, ask to see a dietitian if you want a full checkup on whether or not you're having enough protein, but the majority of people in England are eating enough. So the next question says, would I be healthy if I survived off chips and included a daily multivitamin? So a multivitamin does make sure that you meet your micronutrients, so your vitamins and minerals, but other goodness that we get from food, we get things like fibre, antioxidants, so plant-based nutrients. We get protein for our muscles. So to be honest, no, I'm really sorry. Living off chips with a multivitamin, you wouldn't be healthy long term. And more importantly, you'd probably get bored and you wouldn't be feeling very satisfied. So yeah, nice try. So the next question is basically asking how they can lose weight. They work out 4 to 5 times a week, they eat healthily, they have 1 cheat meal a week. So how can they lose a little bit more fat from the tummy and the inside upper thighs? So the bad news is that you can't spot fat reduce. So you can't say, right, I want to lose fat on my stomach, I'm going to do a load of sit-ups. But you can spot sculpt. So basically, you can tone up in certain areas. So by doing weights, by doing crunches. I personally love people like, well, Blogger Lattes, the Tone It Up Girls, Fitness Blender. They've got some fantastic workout videos. Regarding fat loss, the key is calories. So you have to be consuming less calories than what you're taking in. Research shows that diet is 80% of fat loss. So have a go at tracking your calories for a week and just see where you get to. I'm personally not a fan of cheat meals, so I promote the 80-20 rule. If you live in your life 80% healthy, you can afford to indulge 20%. Some people like to have a designated cheat meal. I personally just go through the day eating pretty healthy meals, and then if I fancy a treat that's, you know, a little bit unhealthy, I'll just have it. So don't be too hard on yourself, but yeah, calories are king, but the food quality is going to be keeping you healthy and satisfied. So the next question says, please help me cure my bread habit. If I'm controlled, I'll eat 2 slices a day. If not, it can be 6 to 8 slices. To be honest, in my diet myths video, I did explain that bread isn't the devil. If that's your preferred source of carbohydrate and you're going for the granary type, then that's no problem. But if, say, you're like binge eating on it or having it in addition to meals and snacks, then my top tip is to control your environment. So I would personally put the bread in the freezer, then when it's time to have your 2 slices, take it out the night before to defrost, or take out 2 slices and pop it in the toaster to warm it up or to have it as toast. My personal vice food is peanut butter, which basically a jar in my house does not last very long. So yeah, change your environment so that it's more helpful and you don't have to rely on willpower. The next question says, snack ideas for low carb days, please. So as you probably realised, I don't really promote any extremes. I don't promote low carb days. There's no real research to show that they help, other than they might trigger headaches and low energy levels. But if you did want a high protein snack, things like Greek yogurt and berries are fantastic. The next question says, what is the best to use, honey, maple syrup, sugar or sweetener? I'm a personal fan of something called xylitol, which is it's similar to sugar, but it's kind to teeth health, and it's also got less calories in it. I also love honey and maple syrup on things like pancakes. Sugar isn't, so it's not addictive, but it does rot your teeth and it does provide calories. And it can be easy to overconsume, and basically if you're consuming too many calories you're going to be gaining weight. So I personally prefer the more natural type, so the honey, the maple syrup, the xylitol, and also I like the stevia and truvia, the sweeteners, rather than sugar. The next question says, favourite easy snack that's healthy. So I will link down below to my healthy travel snacks video that I filmed with Lottie Murphy. There's so many in there. I think my favourite though is just a piece of fruit, so I always make sure that my fruit bowl is full, and things like an apple or a pear, I have got braces so I do have to chop it up first, or things like blueberries, satsumas, a banana that require no preparing. So yes, I think fruit is my favourite healthy snack. So the last question from Facebook, and probably the last question of this video, is what are the ways to plan and organise weekly meals? So I tend to have similar breakfast and lunches for the week, so things like smoothies, porridge oats, fruits and yoghurt, and then salads with crackers or sweet potatoes, tuna, So I keep things pretty simple, breakfast and lunch, and then I might plan my evening meals. Because I know what I'm already going to have for breakfast and lunch, and then I've planned my evening meals, I'll do something like a shopping list on a Saturday or a Sunday. I'll go buy it on the Monday night, and I am going to start doing online shopping. So I'm in the middle of moving house at the moment, so my background will change in the next couple of months. I hope, if everything goes according to plan. And I am actually going to get into a routine of online shopping. I think it's really convenient, and you'll probably actually end up saving money, because I go straight from work, and although I do plan to have a healthy snack, I do end up buying things and snacking on them as I'm going around. I know that's really naughty. But yeah, plan meals for the week ahead. Don't be afraid of planning like 7 different evening meals. Say if you're having a chili on a Monday night, cook in bulk so that you can have it on a Tuesday or Wednesday. Just a really quick, healthy, ready meal that you've already prepared at home. So I really hope that you found this video useful. If you've got any more questions, leave them in the comments down below, and I promise to answer them in a future Ask Diet Nick video.